driving through Glenwood Canyon, I think it's called. I was just listening to a local radio, and now I understand why when I was looking at my GPS map last night, why it was telling me a different route and saying it was 16 hours versus like 13 or so from Leadville. The heavy rains yesterday and last night, we had some pretty bad thunderstorms and a lot of rain, caused this part of I-70 to be closed. And in fact, there is one area they said, I can't remember which, Black Bear Path or something, or pass, which I did not go through this morning, but it had mudslides, and people had to leave their vehicles and get on their way. So, and I do have to say, I am glad that I did not continue last night, because the pass that I went through after Leadville, I do have some video, I think, driving through there, or maybe I shut it off because it started getting kind of hairy. And I had two vehicles behind me from Colorado, mind you, so I'm sure they drive these roads every day. They're used to the hairpin turns and all that. This Wisconsin girl is not. So I was pretty much riding my brakes the entire way down through the pass. And one driver was like literally inches from my back bumper, and there was nowhere for me to pull over and let them pass. They eventually, them and the car behind them, did pass me when we got to a little bit of a straightaway. The second car passed me with another vehicle coming head on from the other direction, because it was not like this road, which is 2 lane one direction. It was 1 lane each direction with no barrier between. And I'm sure the person in the other car was probably having to change their underwear when they got done with that drive this morning. I don't understand people that drive like that. I'm sure you're in a hurry. I'm sure you probably are late to get to work and you drive these roads every day. But is it really worth killing someone or hurting yourself in the process of having road rage? Anyway, I am just enjoying this beautiful view of this canyon. We have similar looking areas in Wisconsin, like in the Dells, but not this large and vast that I can remember. So if you've been here and you want to see what we've got in Wisconsin, go to Wisconsin Dells. It's similar, but this is just absolutely breathtaking. And I'm going to keep taking video so that I can enjoy it and kind of look, trying to kind of look around as I'm driving, but obviously I need to keep my 50 miles an hour through here. Yeah, okay. I don't think so. This says 40. I think, yeah, 40 sounds like a good number. Guessing this is where they had some issues with the road. This is the canyon that they said was shut down on 70 last night. So we'll see what's going on up here. Looks like it's going down to one lane. Now there's a little bit of water on the road right here. Nothing too concerning, but I'm sure last night when it was just pouring down, it was coming across over and down into the river. The river is on the left side of me. I don't remember what river it is. There's a lot of little rivers out here, obviously, being fed by the mountains and the springs. But it's just kind of cool. Kind of cool. Watch. It's always saying watch for falling rocks. That's kind of a frightening thought, to be driving along and just have this rock just come rolling down on you. Or drive up and find a rock in the middle of the road. I look up at this one cliff that's directly kind of to the left right now. It's just, I'm in awe at how tall it is. And can you imagine the individuals that built these roads? I mean, wow. Just wow. I wonder how old some of these highways are. Like this one, Highway 70. Might look that up just out of curiosity when it was built. I'm assuming, obviously, originally it was some kind of gravel roadway. All these people just gotta get to work, gotta get to work, gotta get to where I'm going. It's 7:30. It's 7:30 here. I suppose after you've lived here for a while and you just get used to the scenery and it's just like, you know, your backyard. Kind of like how we are in Wisconsin. I know people that come from other locations around the U.S. are just, you know, think it's so green and lush, and we take that for granted. And I'm sure they do out here as well. I think that's my draw to the West, is because it's so vastly different from what I grew up around. You know, I remember the first time I went to Arizona and I fell in love. Like, it was just because it was so different. Some of you are probably thinking, why is she just videotaping when she's driving? reasons, so I can watch it when I'm not concentrating on driving. And then also, I know there are people that may never have the opportunity to drive through here, and or maybe those are curious about driving through here. So, this is just a little peek. There's like a hole up in that. You can probably, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little way up top, almost to the top of that. Oh, this guy's hitting the cones. All right, dude. Ooh, that one he got good. There was like a cavern in that mountainside, and it almost looked like something was in there, but I can't take my eyes off the road long enough to see what it was. I feel a little bit guilty. I should say I feel a lot guilty, actually, that I'm doing this trip. A lot of people thought I would fly out to California for my deployment, but a couple reasons that really, and you have to look at it financially. I'm heading out here to work, and however I can reduce the cost of travel, living expenses, and all that, the better. Obviously, the more I'm gonna be able to put in my pocket. So, if I would have compared flights along with renting a vehicle and purchasing another ladder, and then the rental vehicle and having, I'm sure there's so many miles. I don't know. It's been so long since I rented a vehicle that I had to pay for. I mean, I've had insurance pay for it, but it made more sense to drive my own vehicle that I'm already paying for. It's the reason I got the vehicle, is to do this job, and then I can take everything I need. It takes longer, obviously, to get out here. I was they for the last week, they said 18th, gotta be there by the 18th, so I knew that, but I did not want to start my travel until I actually had the confirmation and paperwork, which is actually an email, of the offer. You never know. Things happen. Plans change. So initially they thought, well, get there by the 16th. That will give you 2 days to get all your equipment set up, get acclimated, all the things. So very anxious the weekend prior, because I knew that I really needed to leave on the morning of the 14th to make it in time for the 16th, which is today, and get all those things buttoned up. Of course, I did not get what I needed until